Today is a workshop on PHP. So if you learn the PHP, what is the use of PHP, where we can use this PHP in the real time. Like that, we'll discuss on this today's session. So under this PHP, if you want to learn this PHP programming, PHP is nothing but it's a server-side programming. Server-side programming. Inside this, we can create the MySQL connection. So server-side code. Generally, prerequisite for this PHP is if you know HTML, the front-end languages, always front-end has to interact with any one server language. This server programming has to connect with the database. This way only we usually create the application. If you check here, this go to meeting or go to training or anything, here I can see my list of trainings. Here, if I check for go to training link or any other best websites, what all the best websites we have. So just I want to show you that list of websites here. Some of the best websites. See here, they will give you that all the list of websites like this. See, just some data is coming and displaying under this body part of the page. To display this data sake, we have to connect with a server language. If you are submitting your username password means you have to interact with a server language. So from the server only we have to connect with a database. That way we have to do. Here if I want to sign up here, I have to register my email ID and password. When I click on the login, then only I can sign up for my page. So every front-end page has to interact with a server page. Server page has to interact with a database. So that type of interactions we have to create it for every project. It may be mobile app or a web app or it may be anything. So main thing is user interface, UI, should interact with any one server, that is dynamic programming. This dynamic programming has to interact with a database. So this way we have to interact. Here always database has to interact in the application. Here under this, what all the databases we have? MySQL is one database, SQL Server is one database, and Oracle is one database. Like that, we can create any number of databases like this. So here is my database. So that database is connecting with our application. So database should have to connect with the server side application. Server side application should connect with the client, should interact with the database. So I'll show you one interaction page, how user input is reaching to server page to database. Here normally I entered the username password here. So in the front end page, I'll enter my username password. Here I'll enter the username, that username input field, and the password, that password input field, I'll fill it and I'll click on the submit button. Who will check that username is the username password is exist in the database or not? Who will check? Front end people or server side people? Bhupendra.
Server side, ma'am.
Yes, server side should interact with, yes, server side. Good. Tejas. Server side programming. So whenever you click on your submit button, your request has to reach to server page. Here is my user page. This user page is clicking on the submit button. So because of that submit button, it has to reach to server page. In the server page, we write the code. Here in this server page, we write the code for how to read input from UI front end. So that is front end. UI is nothing but it's a front end. So we are reading input from front end, and that front end, here we are reading input from front end. That input to submit to the database. That input now this time it should connect with server programming, should make a connection with the database. So it should make a connection with the database. With the database only, it will connect. My server programming will be connected with any one of the database. So because of that database only, we can able to execute our program. Here, my application is connecting with a database to server. So this database to server, here it is connecting with a database. This database is connecting with a server. So this to and fro, we can create it here. So this is my database to server. Again, this server page has to give one more output. If the username passwords are correct, it has to give that next page to the user. Normally, it has to give the next page, whatever the next page we have, that next page it has to give. Next, one more front end page it has to give to the user. This type of interaction, suppose if username passwords are exist, we have to show inbox.html, or we can create server page. That server pages may be Java page, JSP page, that server page response. So that Java server pages may be Java pages, maybe front end, it may be anything. So I want to interact with one form tag. When I click on the submit button, I have to redirect it to next servlet. Cookie servlet programming we discussed here. Cookie servlet, this is Java programming. So under this Java programming, so my front end, so my form tag, my username input fields are redirecting to server page. So from the server, we are interacting with Oracle database. Here username and password, whenever we click on the submit button, our request is going to server 1. Server 1 is my server page. So this is my server page. So like this, we can create, this is one server page. So that server page login or create cookie. Here read cookie. Here create cookie servlet, it is redirecting to cookie and creating my username password, it is displaying. Like that, we can able to create our server pages or PHP pages or Java pages or .NET pages. Any server page, we can use it for development of the application. Here, any server page, we can use it. These server pages are maybe PHP pages, Java pages, and .NET pages or .NET pages. So why we should have to use only PHP? What is the advantage here? We have many server programmings. So why should we go with this? Yes, please. So why should we select PHP programming language? So everywhere, so programming is interacting with a server. Suppose if you see here facebook.com, that is connecting with that Facebook page is a HTML page only, but when you click on the submit button, your request is going to PHP page. Because of PHP page, we can read it. Suppose if you check here, Oracle create account, see it is JSPX. Means here also they are using front end username text boxes only. Here there is no difference between this and that. Front end is common. Front end is common everywhere. Front end is common. Email ID, password, retry password, country, name, phone number. See, every time we are asking some text boxes, some passwords only. But whenever we click on the submit button, here when we click on the create account, so we have to submit our account. Once I click on the create account, so my details will be saved in the database. Clear? Yes, please respond. It is not like it should be interactive. It's a workshop session, and regular sessions also we should have to make our session as interactive session. I have to know how much you followed, how much you're not following.
Get it, ma'am. Get it, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhupendra. Yeah. Yes. Here in this create account, whenever I click on the create account, I have to create it. This is, they are using JSPX, means a Java page they are using here. Here, these people are using, this PHP people, Facebook people are using PHP server. Same way, if you see here, W3 schools, this is one website. It is, there are no create account page, but even though if you want, if you check any one of the page here, any one of the page here, this is ASP. So front end is interacting with a ASP page, ASP.NET. So they are using ASP.NET. Similar way, we can use any one of the front end, any one of the database for creating our application. So how the front end will be created? So front end will be created by the front end people. They will interact with a database. They will interact with their server pages. Here is my application. Under this, here UI people are interacting with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, query, Ajax, like that. We have some programmings, Angular, React, Node. So they'll use some programmings under this. By that only they can create. Here jQuery, Ajax, Bootstrap, and Lessons as. I usually teach these subjects also, UI technologies here, and Lessons as, and then frameworks. Under this UI side, we have frameworks. Present frameworks are, present market is looking for Angular framework, Angular 9, Angular 10 is released. Here under this framework, UI side frameworks. Next, React.js, Node.js, AngularJS, React.js, Node.js, Vue.js, like this. These all are the frameworks under JavaScript. So this is under JavaScript. So under JavaScript, we have some frameworks. Similar way, if you go with server-side programming, Java side, Java programming, server-side programming. PHP, if you take your PHP server-side programming, it will take PHP-related things. If you take .NET, so .NET related frameworks it will take. Here, Java people, present Java market, server-side programming, if you select for your project sake, if you select your Java application, so present one is the Spring Boot. Present market is looking for Spring. So Spring Boot, all the frameworks are there, we are using here. So under this Zend framework, Laravel framework, Laravel framework, like that we have some frameworks. Use PHP related frameworks, and .NET time, .NET related frameworks we use it. Here frameworks. So we use this related frameworks, and databases also. If you have good knowledge on server side, database side, that is also well and good. If you know CRUD operations, those all. Here database side operations are, DB operations are insert, delete, update, create, like that, all operations in Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server. By default, .NET people, their database, by default, they want to use the database as SQL Server. Oracle people, they want to use their database as Oracle. MySQL people, they want to use like MySQL. So, PHP people, they want to use MySQL as the database. Java people say Oracle is the database. Generally, they use, but if they want, they can use the different things. Here, we are connecting front end to PHP, PHP to database MySQL. Generally, we do like this. So as of now, we discussed what is the use of PHP, where we use it in the programming. Now, I'll show you how to use this programming. Here, here is a Zen. If we go with the PHP, so PHP is a server-side programming. Sorry. It's a server-side programming. the server side programming. Under this, we are going to learn PHP is nothing but it's a server side programming. Under this, we are going to learn server side programming means here how we can read the input. So to read the input sake, we have to use, normally if you use the form tag, we have to use get and post request. Get or a post request, we use it for reading of the front end. So front end reading, generally we do it by form tag. So form tag, we use it in the front end. Here form tag method equal to either get method or a post method, we can use it. And action page, so here we'll mention what action page we required. So if I write here 1.php, so my page will interact with a 1.php. Under this 1.php, we can use here username. Here it is interacting with username. Here it is my input type equal to text box. Then ID of this text box is txt. Something, name of this text box. This is completely related to front end. So here under this front end, whatever the tag you are using and how you are submitting your input to server page. Suppose if you want to redirect to server page, here I entered only username. I want to submit my form tag to, whenever I click on the submit button, my username I want to submit to 1.php. This is my index.html. Index.html. When I run this program by server, PHP server, that is XAMPP server or WAMP server, we have to install it specially. So if you save your HTML application and PHP application in the same server, you have to run that application. Whenever we click on the submit button, it will redirect to 1.php. Under this 1.php, we have to read that input. So PHP tags, we write like this, less than question mark PHP question mark close. Under this, we can read that input echo $_post if your request is get and followed by UN. UN is the name of the text box. Get method is your method is get. In place of this, if you use post, here also you have to use capital letter post. But every time we have to use the name attribute of that input tag to read that particular submitted value from the server page. From the server page, we can read that input. From the server page, we can read this input because of this either get method or a post method. This way we can create the application, and this way generally we use the PHP for interaction. So what all comes under my codes content? I'll show you. Under this PHP codes content, you can see what I'm going to cover here. PHP codes content. Here, introduction to PHP, client server side scripting languages, basic use of PHP, version and extensions of PHP, all extensions of PHP and LAMP and XAMPP. So usage of the servers and PHP syntaxes, functions, headers, includes constants in PHP and variables, regular expressions. Working with files and operating systems and MySQL. So why to use this database and when to use and how to interact and access htaccess file and Ajax calls, payment gateways, web services, XML, and the complete MVC architecture related to PHP. That I'll explain to you. This content, to cover this content set, it takes 50 hours of session. So we'll continue our sessions on these topics, and each day you can get the document from my side. Whatever the topic I'm explaining here, suppose if I'm explaining functions, that function related document, you will get it to your mail. So once I get the mail IDs of all the students who are registered for my class, so for them I'll send the mails. So once you got the every day you will get the mail from my side, related topic related examples what I explained in the program, and I'll use Zen Studio or Laravel framework. I'll use it for writing the programs. And tomorrow onwards, 8 a.m. we have we are going to start the PHP sessions in the same time, 8 p.m. So you can fix that batch if you want to continue with this sessions. Okay, and recordings will be uploaded by the organizer. Every day, organizer will upload the recordings in OneDrive. They will share with you. That's it. If you have any queries, you can freely ask now.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Tejas.
Hello.
Yes,
Ma'am, what
please.
will be the duration of the course?
50 hours of sessions is required for this.
50 hours.
To cover this content.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Bhupendra, any doubts?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah. So tomorrow onwards, we have regular sessions, but you have to once go contact the organizer. They will share the link for tomorrow's class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you.